Hello, followers. This is Cross Gamer. I realized earlier I tried to do a video, and my volume on my game was louder than me compensated. So I'm gonna do this again, and hopefully this is a lot better, and people will understand me and hear me. Um, and this is gonna be about my review on the game as far as me playing and my journey with my character and how I spec my character and the gear I look for and stuff I do to make my character powerful and what I go towards and my issues I dislike about the game if I have any. Um, so that's what I'm going to do and talk about in this stream here. If you can hear in the background will be my kids. They're loud and I made them loud, so uh, I try to tune them out as best I can. Sorry. My apologies ahead. And I said sorry, but apologies ahead. You hear them in the background. Um, and go like saying I like the campaign and stuff like that. I like uh the side quests and stuff like that. I like the side quests and stuff and the campaign. I think it's a good story. It's interesting. Hopefully they add more to it. Um, I feel like they should have more side quests. I like I like the questing. I like to do a lot of quests. I don't like to sit and do a lot of dungeons, to be honest with you. I don't mind doing the dungeons for purpose, for getting better gear and so on or whatever, but I like to do the side quests and have a lot of questing. It's the whole point of having this big old world is to explore and do quests and see the world change due to the questing that you choose. So I do enjoy that. Um, I think there should be more of that. Uh, if, if they could add that, because I just don't. The end game part have been issues with is just a bunch of dungeons to really level up. I could kill a bunch of mobs and run around and do that, but it's kind of just pointless in that aspect of doing things because it's not changing anything. There's no story to it. Uh, I have more. I have just about everything done. I don't have all my dungeons. I don't have every quest, but I have majority of them. Uh, I don't know where they pop up at. I haven't seen them. They're not popping up at some what's called it. Probably from some of the areas I probably need to discover probably where they're at. So that's probably why I'm not getting those. Uh, and it's only a couple of those, but for the most part, having only like I feel like all the quests together is probably about 100 or so altogether, a little bit over 100. Nonetheless, it's not a lot of quests. I wish there was more of that. Um, that'd be more entertaining. As far as where I went, as far as my character, I like the Druid when watching gameplay to Diablo 4 coming out and so on, and playing the beta when I had got the chance to play it. Uh, I already knew I wanted to play the Druid because I just like the bear, the being a werebear. Uh, I just like seeing the bear. And I know you can be a werewolf and so on and do other things and play other characters. Uh, Future seasons, I probably still play with the Druid and werebear and see where they change it. Hopefully, they add more content in that aspect of the game. Uh, I don't mind the dungeons, nightmare dungeons. There's quite a few affects I don't like. Uh, the poison that is basically feel like you're in quicksand. I can't agree with the quicksand of the poison that's it feel like quicksand, like I'm in quicksand, not just being poisoned or slowed or anything. I feel like I can't get out of there. I don't like the storm bang because it just be in the way sometimes. It just don't move, and then you gotta move out the. You gotta in the dungeon. You gotta move somewhere else for it to move, and then it's trying to kill you. It's like it doesn't affect any other monsters. It's just annoying, to be honest with you. Um, the bow that's supposed to protect you for the lightning strike, it follows you, but it doesn't follow you closely. I could be way ahead of it, and then I gotta run back towards where it's trying to protect me. It's annoying. The shadow that follows me to try to destroy me or damage over time is way faster and keeps up with you. Way better than that. I don't feel so bad about that or like disagree with that aspect of that dungeon or anything. But the other ones is annoying. The volcano, I don't have any problem with that. And plus, it affects the other monsters, not just you. It feel like things that attack you directly and not anything else. It's just annoying. A lot of times I die, or it may be a difficult situation where it's just like you are uncomfortable because it sounds like the outside source of the game or the dungeon is actually terrible. Burning my resources, that's a terrible one, especially for a druid. I can't speak for other classes because it's the only class I have played. It's horrible having your resource burnt down and all you do is your basic attack, and that sucks. Like I know how to defend against it, which is attacking the outside source where those monsters are attacking you. But I do not like that one whatsoever. For the most part, my build is pulverized. I focus more on my bear, werebear being the most damage. This is the reason why I've been looking at this stat and figuring out how to get it up. I did it through my glyphs, through my Paragon board, the glyphs that I have, and I've been boosting them up. I mostly focus on fortified to a degree. As far as damage, that's easy. That's all my willpower and some intelligence and my dexterity. I'm not so well on the stats, but I pay attention to keep certain stats up, like critical strike through my spirit bone. That's where I get the extra 30%. This will be about like 70, 76. Critical strike chance, I don't even get that from my gear. Uh, I think I can get through the Paragon boards. Nope, it doesn't even say it. So nope, that's mostly through the gear. I done had it up to 24% at one point, but due to changes, it's a little bit lower. I was focused, had a glyph for vulnerability, which is currently high right now, but I put it down or took it off as a glyph because I didn't want to focus on vulnerability as damage. I'm looking just to do raw power damage, not damage over time. That's why I figure I'm doing it, regardless of me having my spec to having Earth as well. As far as my pulverized one, it's an Earth skill. Um, but it does the damage over time with the spikes. But regardless of that, I'm not focused on that. I'm just straight power. I want to be straight power. I think of it like World of Warcraft in the sense of being a tank, not a tank that just go in and take a damage, but because you gotta realize the tank operates better with other components around it, which is the DPS and I guess a healer if people can heal you in a sense, or got stats that can heal their party in a sense. That's what my build is focuses more towards is being a tank in a group, not a tank that's just going by itself necessarily. Granted, I don't play with a lot of people. I try to. I don't know many as gamers. If I see somebody, I'll help them. They might want to group up and we go in a dungeon and we destroy that or whatever. It's not much communication on here. That's a thing. It lacks. Uh, we communicate a lot, and I can get them to understand how to run the dungeon how I want to, in a sense. Because I feel like if I got all the aggro from all the monsters, and everybody can hold them down, pull them into this room, so we don't have to deal with extra trash that could possibly wipe us, wipe any of us. So that's my idea of thinking of playing as a tank in any game, I guess. My experience from World of Warcraft is a long time ago, but I mean, a long time ago, but that's how I think as a tank for my character. This is my main form as far as my bear character. As far as I don't use the psycho armor as an attack or anything. Its basic purpose totally is for the non-physical damage. Um, and its main focus is for non-physical damage. Yeah, the reduce for 10%. Um, and like for instance, I have trample. I actually put nothing in there as of right now. Like if I lose it during some piece or something, I might put one in and probably take it for somewhere. Maybe this and put it in there. But be honest with you, I don't use it as an attack necessarily. I use it to get out of sticky situations. That's mainly my main attack is the pulverize. I don't have it all the way up because I don't need that. I have a spec to slow enemies down, and the overpower is gonna happen regardless for 20. And I guess that could be a good useful thing. Just having this and it will pulverize their 20% use damage, but I didn't go that route because I didn't want to. Um, I spec towards this uh, for generation and more damage here, costing more of my spirit, and obviously to get there to get more spirit. This is for uh, critical strike, close damage to close enemies. It's for damage reduction while in bear form. It's actually to weaken their armor or nearby enemies dealt by. Yeah, reduce nearby enemies damage dealt by 70%, so I can do my damage against them. I got that all the way up. I went for the rock, for the critical strike, the fortify. Same here, all for damage. This is actually giving me more damage because the fortify and so on. I'm not good with the numbers, but I understand what I'm going towards. Increase my healing. And that's easy. It's a no-brainer here. I went this route, Earth Might, because of all the power it produces. I did go here, but I'm going here. Excuse me. And then for my Grizzly Rage, I went all the way here and then go all the way down because I just didn't. Um, I'm not really too concerned about that because the things I'm geared to protect me as well and give me life. As in, I'm more on kill on heals, more damage while shape shifting, skills transforming into different forms. Well, I just get it, period. Um, Increase my damage again, increase the amount of fortify from all sources. If I'm stunned, give me some fortify by 6% and my base life. But that's pretty much it for that. But my Paragon Born is what Brings out all my power in my werebear form to get it up to 89%. I had to grab this here. So I went this route for the damage, but for my glyph, outmatch. It's right here. I'm still leveling it up so I can make this eventually spread up and put it in some more slots. And grab this here because I get bonus from all rare nodes here. I have one actually for 120 or 150 with my vulnerability. Vulnerability is way higher than this one, but I'm gonna suffer for a little bit until I get the boost, which is fine. But I changed it out from the vulnerability to just physical damage to non-elites and the bosses. So this rare node came up here for the damage reduction, about 45, and then damage to healthy enemies. Damage while healthy. Damage control to controlled enemies. That's a 30% one there. I don't have all of it yet, but I'm looking to get that. And that's the reason why I got 24% right now of this. I eventually will make my way down here to grab that. Obviously, come over here, grab these. Because it'll be beneficial being a tank for its health and damage as well. And also grabbing this here for immobilizing them. Major magic skills have up to a 15% chance to entangle the enemies with vines and mobilizing them. So that's basically a stack on top of any other slowing type thing in a sense. Or if it doesn't stack, it should prop right afterwards or something. My damage while werebear. I got this Fang and Claw. Grant 150 bonus to all magic nodes within range. Magic nodes. So that's why they're getting that boost, that damage from the werebear form. Grab this rare node up here. Werebear skill damage, 60% on the overpower damage. I wish it was the one werebear overpower damage. I've seen that on gear, but it's not on the parallel board. It's the armor. Got that one. And control damage to control enemies. Another one. 30% damage to them. Grab this right here. First skill does 30% increase damage to enemies afflicted by crowd control. I grab this resistance here, but it's not about the resistance, but the damage over reduction. Eventually, I grab this over here for the armor, 200 armor, plus the potion hit me. And I get that bonus on other armor, so that'd be 300 right there on armor. 20% on the critical strike damage. Got that bonus right there. Mostly, I don't think I'm gonna use another board. I probably just fill in for the extra bonuses within these, or whatever. Because the more you put in them, the more stronger the character become. Uh, so, yeah. So I got a base attack power of 10,000 for basically it's due to my Paragon board and me applying all these willpower within this, or just having willpower, that much willpower. Uh, when I'm attacking and so on and whatever, I pay attention to my damage when I'm playing. I'll push the menu to see my character, and just to see where it stacked it to, as far as where the base power stacked it to when attacking anything or whatever. Granted, I do more damage than what uh, the base attack power is showing, but I just like to see where it props to understand where my character's going. So I'm going to show a little gameplay of my character and what it its attack power as I play. So I'm gonna go silence for a minute until I'm done doing that.
I need more spirit. I'm not ready yet. I need more spirit. Low on spirit. I need more spirit. I must wait a moment.
Also, I should show you the skills that I have on my gear and which that I have. And I have the pulverize, that's an earth skill now, so it does a little spike thing in the middle, which I assume is damage over time. Um, and then slowing enemies down, which contributes to my abilities that doing more damage to enemies that stun and so on. This is a unique item. Effects that heals you beyond 100 life, grants you a barrier up to 68% of your maximum life. That lasts for 8 seconds. Two barriers from the head, because I put this on as a damage elite, grants you a barrier absorbing up to 5,742 of your damage. That could be in between those. Damage for 10 seconds. This effect can only happen once every 30 seconds. So with that and that, it's pretty much like two barriers, which I feel was better than having something that's like healing me because I got the heal on life on kills or whatever. So the many as many monsters I kill, it heals me. So there's no point in having something that heals me due to fortify or something like that. Your attack randomly deals 1% to 260% of their normal damage. So that's another unique piece I got. And obviously, the unique piece is staying werebear form, giving me those 2 ranks of werebear skills. Uh, Over here, I'm boosting up my core skill here. Your core skill deals up to 30% damage, increases base damage of your amount of fortified. So when you are struck as a werebear, you have a 22% chance to gain 1 spirit. So I'm trying to get that spirit up. And then here's the one where I hit more than 5 monsters. I have a 20% chance of getting a refund of my spirit. So this is all contributed to pulverize and being my main source of attack. Any other ability that I have, like trample and psycho arm is not used at all in combat. Like I said, I might use it on accidental, but it wasn't meant to be used. I don't like to come out of form at all because it's the main form. And you can tell by my physical attack, damage for physical. I had to reduce this, which made my werebears the primary form to be in for high damage than my physical form. My 20% damage versus elite, my damage versus crowd control, overpowered damage is way high, with 3% chance. That's due to I got abilities that make that happen more than often, obviously. All damage, critical strike damage, critical strike chance. I'm gonna go to life on kills. That's where I get my life back by many monsters I kill. Or healing, potions, wear bear armor. I would like to get this up a lot more than what it is. I'm gonna get some more gameplay of me going to finish this whole little area here, and I'll conclude that from here.
I'm not ready yet. Low on spirit. I must wait a minute. I'm not ready yet.
Wasn't much here, but maybe I killed that all in the beginning. I guess stop the conversation. I'm gonna get some more, just grab a bunch of random groups. And big random groups. Granted, this is not like the dungeon or anything, but nonetheless, I have no issue with the dungeon. I can play levels 8 and 9 levels ahead of me. Like the affixes wasn't so terrible in my opinion. I'd probably do higher. I'm probably about 10 levels higher than myself, which is actually already done. So, but certain affixes of the dungeon make it hard and difficult to even try to face them, because the monsters got their own affixes as well. And it's already harsh as it is. Some people like that. I mean, be specific. Some people may like that. I just don't like that at all. But so far, the game, I liked everything about the game. This is my first AR RPG to be playing. I just wish there was a lot more in-game content to do, like questing and stuff. Like to do a lot of questing and something. You know, I just don't want to just always sit in town, do dungeons, run to a dungeon. Even if I'm not running to a dungeon, because I hear they're making you could be able to teleport to the dungeon or whatever the case may be. I just don't want to just always be doing a dungeon or something. I like the quests, I like the little stories, I like the cinematic scenes that they put in.
I'm not ready yet. I must wait a moment. Light of spirit.
Again, I like my idea of playing my tank and my character is me going in first, grabbing the mob, grabbing all the aggro, and the rest of the party is mowing them down. Because I feel like I could take all the damage and sit there and a lot of AoE sometimes, depending on what I have set up. So you can see right there where I hit about 5 monsters, and I got that refund on the spirit, so I could finish them off.
I'm not ready yet.
I guess I could run through this dungeon real quick. If it was a nightmare dungeon, it'd pretty much be the same to me. Um,
I must
and
wait a
I
moment.
play for comfortability if I can't play at a higher level due to the aspects of the dungeons being crap.
I must wait a moment. I don't have enough
Yeah, I just don't play it then. Regardless if I spend the signal or whatever you want to call it for it. Um, it's all about having fun, I guess. You know, I wish it was more towards people playing with people than we do already because there's no communication. It doesn't feel like that to a degree. And kind of like situations like this is I could still do this within nightmare dungeons, like breaking all the monsters like I'm doing right now with my character and bringing them to a certain spot so they wouldn't be hitting me from a distance, especially like if they had uh say resource burn or something like that. I'll be breaking them out here so I could get them a lot closer so they wouldn't be attacking from a distance like that because it's hard to, especially you usually have a crowd control type thing going on, so they won't gather together. So if you move into an area in a sense where they can't necessarily see you and attack you, I know the ghosts can do their little thing. They just hit me from right here, but it comes with a long line. But but if you stay more towards this way and bring them out, I could get them to gather together and lay them out. That's what I tend to try to do instead of just
I'm
trying
not
to
ready
fight
yet.
every last one of them single-handedly. Because I know the character is not made to fight anything single-handedly. It's made to fight them all as a whole. This is my kind of thing here. Like they're all trying to stay far apart from
I'm not ready
me.
yet.
I'll bring them all the way over here. Granted, he's right there. See, he's moving this way because he's moving that way. And sometimes use the trample like it's a utility to throw me in a direction where I could destroy him so I don't be fighting one monster by itself. Not that I can't take him out by itself.
I'm not ready yet.
It's the same scenario.
Blow on spirit. I must wait a moment.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a long dungeon. It ain't gonna take that long, but it just I hate having to activate the burst. It is kind of annoying. It was a lot of I watching a lot of YouTubers and streamers and stuff so on here to see their general take on things and their concerns and see if they match mine, so sort of or whatever. And for the most part, I would say I agree with their assessment about the game to a degree. I'm not so keen on having a bunch of bombs of elites necessarily, uh, just spawning out of nowhere and killing me off. Um, but I do feel like they should be some type of main boss of the thing or the dungeon or something. Also, something else I noticed, like I know I have a certain attack speed, but then my character sometimes doesn't attack. He just stands there and you're pushing the button for him to attack. He doesn't. Sometimes I get that. It's worse when you're in higher tiers in the Nightmare Dungeon. Character just sitting there. It's kind of, it feels like the mana the resource drain. I don't want to say mana so bad. It's like the mana or the resource drain. Sort of your character doing the animation to do its course when you add the spear for it.
I must wait a moment.
And all of a sudden you just cannot do it because they zapped it away before you was able to do it, which is kind of annoying. Oops, my bad. I didn't do that. Cut that guy's head off. He was already dead, but
I'm not ready yet.
felt like I was desecrating a corpse the other day.
I'm not ready yet.
I try to focus more on people while playing solo by myself. Try to focus more on those that attack from distance because they seem to be a issue. Not only that, it brings all other monsters to make them less of an issue. It brings all the monsters together anyway. So I feel like when I got them all gathered up, I could go ahead and finish them all off. Same thing with the Nightmare Tiers, because it seemed like due to their efforts, 9 times 10, they probably have something like armor stacking, reducing the stacking of your, or their attack is stacking and is reducing the amount of armor you have, or resource killing, something like that.
I must wait a moment.
Oh, that's great.
I must wait a moment.
I don't mind that. I like the little dungeon things, especially in this kind of scenario where I'm gonna wipe out all the enemies. So having those dungeon modifiers to make things quicker when you're going to enemy, speed things up. It's awesome. I like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really don't want to do that. I don't really mind that one because you pretty much just keep attacking the monsters. You don't really harm those. I guess the ghost is the armor, not a ghost. I guess that makes sense. And kind of work them back to whatever. The ones where people are supposed to be surviving and so on. It's only so many times I got people to survive through that thing with a bunch of monsters. It's not like I can kill all the monsters. Just trying to keep them alive. They rarely attack you. It seems nearly impossible. One way I have figured to do so is if you started where one of the characters could follow you, they'll leave all the other characters alone. You can finish it that way. And they can survive, and you get chests on every last one that lives. Feel like my character ain't 50. Also, a good thing I had with this, when I don't have having to change out armor pieces, I mean legendary, I search for is the wind with pulverize.
I'm not ready yet. I must wait a moment.
Yeah, I like that little barrier over my arm, over my health. Because when I just had to heal and fortify, I'm still taking damage, so protecting them a little bit is a lot better than not having it at all.
I must wait a moment.
I don't see how that is. But
I'm not ready yet.
a little odd things like that is probably an issue. Like, I know I move out of certain areas of certain attack of the monster, and for some reason it doesn't even register that I hit him or anything, or I missed him or whatever. It's like, you know, I still got hit by it. It's not so bad at doing a regular dungeon, obviously, but in higher tiers, nightmare tier dungeons, that becomes an issue because you know you shouldn't have got hit by an attack. You clearly dodged or moved out the area, direction, path where it's traveling. I guess I chose the wrong one. I think I don't be choosing long ones. I guess I chose the long one.
I'm not ready yet.
My build might not be like others in a sense, but I like it because it's something like I'm building towards there and working with others that want to have those friends, I guess, and people to play with.
I'm not ready yet.
That's just where I'm going towards with this work of build I
I'm
have
not
made.
ready yet.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I hate the part where monsters just popping up out of nowhere.
I must wait.
Especially when they're higher tiers and they're just popping up out of nowhere. It could be almost your life. And I can imagine this could be way harsh being on a hardcore server. where things you just killed everything, and then all of a sudden,
I'm
you know,
not ready
where
yet.
like the damage comes immediately. Again, insane.
I'm not ready yet. I must wait a moment.
I ain't think I was gonna be done that easy. I guess I can go back. But as I play, I hope y'all seen the where my basically attack power prop during the gameplay. It was on there in the first monster battle, so where I brought it up. I didn't bring it up in the dungeon. Um, but mostly this is what I am focused on. My werebear damage, obviously damage in general, as like critical strike damage. I like vulnerability to be a lot more up, but I'm not changing my glyphs to match anyone else's or anything. I'm not knocking anybody because that's not what I do. I think everybody's been helpful in the community. I watch a lot of people's streams and videos from wherever they're on, and it's been helpful to me, and I'm pretty sure it's helpful to everybody else. Uh, um, but my main thing is going my own path. All I needed was the understanding of uh, uh, the stats in a sense or whatever, and I come up with my own combinations and stuff. Um, Especially with my Paragon board and the way I decided to go with things. I have it set up on where I plan to go with this build, or I should say, my character. I don't like to say the build word. Uh, Parts my character. Um, um, but as far as the end game, I wish there was more to do. I don't feel like there's nothing else to do but dungeons and just run around hell tides and stuff. So, well, with the new content coming out, hopefully it's a lot better than what it is now. Uh, I have no really real big complaints about the game. Certain aspects and dungeons I don't like, but other than that, if they could change those, or I just won't do those type of dungeons because I don't want to. I don't want it to be annoying. I don't want to get annoyed with it or not make me want to play because of those type of things in the dungeon. And so I want to play this for a long time. Uh, the content they bring for seasons, I can't wait for them to bring on so I can see what's different. Uh, my only gripe is I don't want to play the story again. It's not that, like I said, I like the story, but I want them to continue on with some new content. That's why I would think the seasons about is new content, not following the same old path story that we done before with starting a new character over. But with my assumptions and how I see it going, I'm thinking that we'll have to start it all over, do the story over again, and well, I guess we could skip the campaign, but what they were at least does that give us more content and doing something else, continuing the story with quests? I'm not sure. Um, it's just me thinking about what else will they bring to this game. Uh, I would like more quests, and hopefully they can make these dungeons feel more not the same. It's just like I entered that dungeon. It felt like I entered that dungeon 100 times. no matter which one I selected. Uh, they all have a similar thing. Um, I like the game. I just hopefully add new content that changes not just the way I play my character and added different glyphs and having to beating the same campaign over again because I don't want to do that. Like I understand that some people and what I read is it's kind of that's the genre or something or whatever, but I think that's kind of boring. Or playing it once or twice with the same story, okay, but when you go over that, that's like, oh, I don't want to hear this, and I'm not trying to run through it. I want to enjoy it every time I play it, and it be something different, a different story, or added on story or something. Um, well, I appreciate all y'all listening to me and supporting my page on Twitch and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. And you can follow me. In the future, I plan on still playing this game, getting more role play with the game itself, with as far as like role playing with my character, with other people's character who wants to role play, and I mean actually role play and talk as your character and so on. Uh, I would like to do that because I think I could do it in this game. It's fun to me to add more of immersive to the game on my stream and content that I put on YouTube and Facebook and so on. Uh, and it'll be less quieter than my kids being in the background. uh, because I have a scheduled time and so on. I'd like to thank everybody for listening and taking the time to watch my video or stream. Don't forget to follow me on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram. And until next time.